2 years ago, I used to wake up so cranky, but I didn't want to miss a trading date, so I would still hop on the charts and try to trade. I would take an awful trade, take a loss, get upset, a revenge trade, take another loss, and before you know it, I was having the worst day of my life. The thing is that I was having these days back to back to back. And what I found after reviewing my journal was that I was just having bad sleep. But the thing is that some nights I get good sleep and some nights I don't. But I want to figure out, how do I get consistent good sleep every single night, especially on the nights before I have to trade the following day. And here's what I found. Sleep is a lot more important than most people think. Especially for us as traders, sleep is in control of two major things for us. First off, it's our decision making. And second, our mood, right? Because getting good sleep involves having good mood regulation. And the thing is that trading is your business. For every trade that you take, that is a business decision that you're making. But for you to make sound business decisions, you have to make sure you're getting quality sleep every single night. If you're waking up and you're feeling cranky, you're not gonna be making good business decisions. You feel me? So one thing I learned about getting good sleep, it comes down to knowing how to relax your body before you go to bed. But the very first thing that we're gonna have to relax before all that happens is relaxing our eyes, because we're always in front of some sort of screen, whether that's your phone or your computer. The thing is that if you're on your phone so late at night, those blue lights are disrupting your circadian rhythm, so you're not sleeping as well as you should be. So the first thing that we're gonna do is put away that phone before bed, okay? And you wanna do that at least 1 to 2 hours beforehand, all right? So you give yourself enough time to relax your eyes. And you wanna do that by charging your phone in the kitchen. Ideally, you just want to keep your phone somewhere that's not in your room, somewhere that's not too accessible, because our phones are so addicting, okay? It's too easy to get on your phone and start going on reels right before you go to bed. Like, yeah, you can put on a time limit on Instagram and all those kinds of things, but if you're anything like me, all I do is hit ignore 15 minutes and I'm back at it again. So for me, what I have to do is I uninstall IG, YouTube, TikTok before bed, so that I actually keep my phone away from me. You feel me? What I learned is that when you uninstall those apps, not only do you sleep better, but you're gonna have more focus, because I keep these apps uninstalled until about the next day around 2 p.m. when I finish with the gym and all my other daily tasks, all right? But now all of a sudden, you're gonna have a lot of free time on your hands. So with that free time, you wanna go back to the basics and you want to read a book, because reading actually helps you get pretty sleepy. And for traders, I highly recommend reading Reality Transurfing by Vadim Zeland. This book is excellent, super underrated. Now that we have our eyes relaxed, the second thing we have to do is relax our bodies, all right? And we do that first by cooling down our room, because you sleep best when your room is nice and cool, okay? But while that is taking place, I highly recommend that you invest in an acupressure pad. It's just like acupuncture, except you're not spending $600 to get that done. And essentially what an acupressure does is that it mimics acupuncture. So all you do is take off your shirt, you lay down on this for about like 20 minutes. The first 1 or 2 minutes are gonna hurt a little bit, but afterwards your whole body is going to melt. Because we store so much stress in our body throughout the day, there's almost no way to relax it. So an acupressure pad literally solves all that for you. So now that we've relaxed our eyes, we've relaxed our body, the last thing you're gonna do is take a hot shower. When you take a hot shower, you know, your body's all relaxed, it's all nice and warm. When it's nice and hot and you go into a nice and cool room, a nice cool bed, I promise you, you knock out like that. It's like it mitigates that whole laying in bed and thinking to yourself, ah, when am I gonna pass out? Because for me, I knock out almost immediately, okay? You really want to avoid having caffeine too late in the day. You want to avoid alcohol, like save that for the weekends. And lastly, you want to avoid eating too late. But if you can do that and you can follow this process, I can guarantee you that not only are you going to get better sleep, but your decision making for your trades will improve as well.